moments, he sort of makes a gesture. Nothing happens. And then slowly peeking its head in from outside the door of the room is a little tiny ginger cat.
A mouse. Oh.
No, it's the kitten that he's seen drowned beneath the water. And it leaps up onto his lap and he begins to stroke it. And he looks to you, Karina, and he just... Friend? And he reaches into his greasy pocket and he hands you a pink sugar mouse.
Which is actually a cake.
Sweet.
Yes, it is actually a cake. And he will... He will reach up and grab your wrist, Karina. And he sort of, for a moment, begins to make strange, unconnected sounds that Winona will hear the rest of the song of. And as he sings you a song of his mother's song, he will place Death Ward upon you.
Oh. Wow, that's so sweet. Can I give Thick a present as well? I'm gonna copy.
Well, I was gonna give him a present.
Okay, well I
Get in line.
I swooped in first.
Gather round him.
I will say thank you. I will put the mouse in my pocket and I will walk outside.
Oh man.
Thank you for not killing the mouse.
No.
Mouse tastes
Winona?
good.
No, Winona will take a little brooch she's wearing, and with my magical tinkering, I want to put a little. It can only be 6 seconds, but just the tune of his mother's song that can play from it on command.
He sort of hesitates for a moment and he nods, and you just hear into your mind his mother's sort of... Don't hear that! Whatever you hear, you don't hear that!
So scared of that little device. He's like, no!
Timing!
Oh my god!
You hear the brief sound of his mother's song in his mind, and then he presses the brooch once. And he says into your mind, you will come back?
Oh, definitely.
He nods.
Projecting confidence. Manifesting.
Luca, you were in line, I believe.
Yes.
Alright.
I give the other two like a dirty look like he was my friend first.
You want to give him a dragon?
No.
Ooh.
don't think
However,
so.
I will tell him that we're leaving now. And I will hand him a mouse-shaped brie. Yeah.
He picks it up and he sort of moves it along the stone slab and moves it back again. And then he puts it next to a pink mouse. And he pats each one on the head very gently. And then he looks to Luca and... Don't get lost.
I tell you what.
And in your mind, you will hear Prilkop saying what he said last night, which was that don't become the one who becomes lost in the ice. The words repeat to you, but Thick plays them again in your mind.
I promise I won't get lost if you promise you'll stay safe.
He nods.
Good. And I'll give him a hug.
He struggles with that at first, but he sort of allows it to happen. You can see it's not something he's very comfortable with being touched.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, you know, living in a bell tower all his life is... must be really difficult.
Get out. Shoo. A lot of you. Right. Prilkop will begin to take you across the across the icy plains. He travels at a swift pace, and as he steps from path to path, you'll note that there are little parts of the ground he seems to move around. At one point, he stops and he gestures with a stick and says, "You must walk in my footsteps. Otherwise, you are under the ice like the rest." And he'll shove with his stick, and you'll see the ice sort of collapse down into the ground. Some ice is not safe. He leads you a long, winding journey between two mountains, and then turns about round a crevice and shows you a long... Oh, no, don't go there. Go there. Thank you. I slipped. And shows you sort of peeking out over the edge of a rock. What appears to be a castle built into the rock of the mountain, covered with icy statues. There's people frozen in place. Some wield weapons, some are in flight, some are beasts, some are animals, some are a mixture of the two. There are lots of them.
I think that one's just posing.
He looks to you, Luca, and one more time he taps you on the arm. He gestures towards all of them. Do not become lost in the ice. And we'll take a short break there.
It's kind
Hello, hello, and welcome back to episode 38 of Soulforged. As Prokop gestures just past the side of the mountain towards this sort of... they're like castle walls built into the edge of the mountain. You see these icy statues out the front. He looks and he gestures and says, "Be careful what you touch. Try not to die. This is where we say goodbye." And he will turn and walk away, leaving you...
Thank you for all of your help.
That is okay.
We'll meet again.
He just smiles at you. He says nothing.
He smells like you poor fool. Let's walk in.
Let's go. Well,
Okay, we just straight around the corner of the rocks and onto this staircase. So right now you're behind these rocks.
Not when you say it like that.
I mean, no, not just straight in. Let's,
Yeah, just a reminder that this might be a good time to make any preparations, etc. Like you were talking about. Especially ones that
How
last
close
like
are
an
we?
hour or 8. You are literally just behind this rock. This is your view.
I mean, we already do have advantage on wisdom saves. Should I do it for int and charisma? What do you guys think?
I wouldn't turn that down, but it's up to you.
What level spell is
You
it,
want to
Laura?
spend the slot? Yeah, that's a good
To
question.
do it on everybody, I think it is a 7th.
Oh, you don't have to do all that.
Just do it on you.
I'm actually good. I already have an advantage on int and whiz against spell.
Is it concentration as well, Laura?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Just to
worry.
point out, I don't want to guide you guys too much, but aren't you also the only person with detect magic?
I can detect magic.
Ah, okay, there you go.
Just in case all this ice floods, I'm gonna cast water breathing on everyone.
Ooh, I love that.
Sorry,
What?
that didn't make no sense. In case this ice melts, not in case this ice floods. But I'm glad you guys got what I meant.
I understood.
I will hold off on Intellect Fortress unless we think it's needed later.
Okay. The entrance is a narrow archway just here. Galthak will have to both bend his head and move his shoulders inwards. Vera will not fit.
Oh, is that small and narrow? Ooh.
Yeah, this is about 9 foot tall, 8 foot tall, and about 3.5 foot wide.
Okay. Yeah, does it look like the narrowness of the tunnel goes deep? It goes all the way through, like quite deep, or is it just an entranceway?
It is an entranceway, and as you look down, you see a second arch, and then a third arch further down, if you are moving around and approaching. Sorry, from right now, this is your view. This is everything that you can see. If you wish to go and stand in front of it, then I will be able to give you more information.
Yeah, sure. I'll just go ahead and look inside. Take a look inside.
Okay. As you walk to these stairs, you put your foot on the bottom stair, and the stair sort of sinks ever so slightly. You see, high up on the rafters up here, a man made of ice. His head just... and stares straight at you, Galthak. He appears to be motionless
Slightly
after
concerning,
doing
but okay.
that.
Sorry?
After he's moved his head to look at you, he stays motionless.
Marginally concerning, but that's okay.
Yeah?
James, just in case it happens to come up, I can see invisible creatures within 30 feet of me.
Oh, no. And Kai can see in magical darkness, right?
Yep.
Okay. Galthak, you just keep on walking up to the entranceway?
Yep. Why not?
Okay. Each time you step on another step, it sinks ever so slightly. And another person's head just tilts.
I'd like to be at the back of the group.
I was about. Can we just avoid the steps? Can we just walk around?
The rest of you?
on these
Just
little-
let Galthak do the walking on the steps? He is already
I
on
don't
step
know.
2 right now.
I was gonna say if we can just climb on these things on the sides and avoid the steps altogether.
Yeah, Winona, this is 24 foot.
Okay.
That's quite a big jump for you, but you can walk up walls.
I can walk up walls and jump incredible heights.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Karina is doing at climbing 12-foot walls.
She has a
Karina
I have a
broom of
broom.
flying.
flying broom.
Yes.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
can climb the wall.
Kai?
You
You a climby kind of person? I don't think so, right?
Wait, he can jump on the broom.
That's true. 2 people could sit on the broom.
Can they?
Yeah, me and
It's-
Winona have multiple
Yes, but Winona is
times.
not a full-size humanoid.
Whoa.
She's a small creature.
First of all, she's not a human.
I said humanoid, and she is a small creature. Can you put 2 medium-sized creatures on that broom, Karina?
I don't know, but I could go up here and drop a broom.
That works.
It says something about the weight specifically, I think, but yeah.
No, we won't ask personal questions. Galthak, you just waltz on up the stairs?
Yeah, Gathak, what are you thinking? Because I'm obsessed with these stairs now.
You're on step 2, and this guy and this guy's head swiveled. To the point that, like, they've almost broken their neck. They're like this. One of them. Does it look like you have an alternative? Well, Luca is climbing up this. Some people are flying. Winona walked up a wall.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. Does the walls on the side look like they'd be able to support my weight, or?
Yeah, they're made of stone. They're unlikely to just
Okay, solid.
collapse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then in that case, I'll opt not to take the stairs and I'll climb up.
Shuffle along
say,
here. You
one
step
other
on here.
side, here or
Okay.
here or something. If it pings.
Yep. That's fine. Winona, you get to the top here, and this eye here.
Uh-oh.
Blue light sort of rivets all the way through it, and the whole eye lights up. And down the staircase, a blast of lightning damage. So,
Jeez,
down the stairs. It looked pretty deadly. The whole staircase was flooded with that lightning. No one was on it, though, so that's good.
that's lucky. That reminds me, what color is Vero today?
Invisible right now, currently squished, right? But if they were visible, what colour would they be, Josh? Still blue?
Yeah, it's the end of the campaign. I'll keep it classic.
Okay.
I love that. I love that.
Great. As Winona, the second person, comes to the wall, the eye once again shoots its lightning down, but you do see up here... where's my pinger? Up here, another sort of eye shift in colour. Up here, another sort of everything becomes coloured up, and you get a red blast, you get a dark black blast of necrotic, and a green blast of acid on top of the lightning. All 4 sort of flooding down the staircase. You know that if somebody had have been walking up the staircase while you reached the top, they wouldn't have survived.
Oh my god.
Let that be a warning.
Can you imagine if that's how we had a TPK?
Well, it just would have been one of you. Just one
That
of
would
you.
have been
Just gone.
embarrassing.
Oh, it wouldn't have gone through all of us? Like
Well,
a line?
yeah, sure. If you were all on the staircase, it would have been it would have been a great TPK. Would have
That's
loved
what I
that.
said. It's like,
Oh,
can you
right,
imagine
sorry,
if that
I'm
was our TPK?
I will let it be said at this point that if you can't resurrect each other, there's no backup characters at this point.
Yeah, that tracked.
Oh man, I was really, really hoping to have
And
Grace
this
be
is my
useful.
brother.
Yeah, he's
Never
identical.
mentioned him.
Barina Craxton!
Yeah.
Okay, you have reached here, and as you look down this archway, this is what you see.
Pretty.
You see sort of icy and stone statues mix and match on the walls. In front of you, see a strange metal circular device on the ground. And long down the hallway, you see a single arch, and behind that, a door. 2 candelabras are lit. The flames flicker in the wind. The statues hold a tray of candles each on either side. It is very cold, and the candles appear to give off no heat at all. It is well lit.
Has Winona done detect magic?
I was going to do that after the first lightning bolt, actually, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use a pointer for this. I got this fucking measure thing off my screen. Okay, here. Conjuration, divination, and necromancy.
Oh, Lord.
The candles, abjuration and conjuration, and evocation. Up on the ceiling directly above your head, evocation and transmutation. I think that's about 30 feet, so yeah, that's as far as you get. These sizes are correct if you wish to measure along the hallway or anything. This is roughly right. This is indeed 32 foot high, by the way. So yes, this is correct. I did get it right.
This is,
Michaela, you pinged Deathwood. Any particular reason?
Didn't someone cast that on us earlier?
Just on Karina. Thick castle on just Karina.
Got it. Okay. Just wanted to have all the buffs here.
Yep.
So yeah.
Up above you is a small blue bird, blue and black perhaps, up here, that flies sort of from one side to the other, stops on the ice for a moment and then flies back. It appears to pay you no heed whatsoever.
Where did it land?
It lands very briefly on the ice over here, and then flies back the other way, landing sort of on this statue's head, if you like, and up here. It pays you no mind.
Is there a trigger for something around this platform?
Is that a question you're asking me? What sort of question? What do you mean?
It doesn't seem like a trap. Like a trap.
It's giving off 4 types of magic. It looks like something. Give me an investigation check. See if you can, without touching it, see whether you can divine something of its nature.
26.
There's definitely magic of some kind that happens from this on a trigger, but the trigger does not appear to be in this space. You can find nothing. It is definitely not a pressure plate.
Winona, is the bird giving off any magic?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope, none at all.
Oh. I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would love to hear it. I have one too. I don't know how effective it'll be, so let's do yours.
So I could cast Windblock on all of us. That way we could float through the gaps of where the, let's say for the sake of argument, like spy wires, lasers are, and get to the other side without triggering them.
Just to get to the door?
Yes, just to get to the door.
No, I'm confirming as opposed to you're not trying to, like, because I'm not going to let you, like, float through the crack under the door or anything.
In the bottom
No,
of the door
that's what I was confirming, is I'm not going to allow that to happen.
Okay, then yeah, no. Then yeah, just to get to the door.
I mean, it is an option, but it does mean risking one of ourselves.
Oh, well, I wanted to use my gem to just make my illusory copy. Just walk down this hall and see if anything happens.
Okay.
What if the things that happens is a giant
Your illusory
explosion
copy is...
Then it'll already be all set off, right?
Sorry, doesn't it echo your movement and your actions?
No.
You don't mean
this
that
is
one.
The illusory duplicate feature.
Oh, right, so it is an illusion.
Walk in a straight line.
Yep, yep, okay. You send it down, and as soon as it crosses this threshold, it disappears.
Oh, before it even gets to that door at the back?
Yep, it gets to this archway, and as soon as it steps under it, it disappears.
Oh, it might be anti-magic.
Interesting.
Which would ruin the cloud idea.
Yeah. Well, I could always throw a dagger over there, but that's a little risky as well.
She's thought of everything.
Yeah.
Could send an unseen servant, but it's not exactly alive.
It's a little more physical than my illusory copy, though, right? If it's something that will be set off by, like, weight or
Could be extremely paranoid.
We could be, but after that lightning blast, I don't know. It seems very well protected out here. When we walked in, by the way, none of the rest of those statues moved or did anything, right? I'm just checking real quick behind us.
They did not.
Okay. Okie dokie. Well.
In lieu of no other ideas, I will summon an unseen servant.
Okay.
Yay.
Send it straight ahead.
Sort of zigzagging.
Yep. Nothing happens anywhere it walks. It reaches the archway and disappears.
My goodness.
Gone.
Alright. Well, let's go.
I don't think we should.
Okay.
So easily swayed. You've convinced me. I think it might trigger on like actual, you know.
Whatever happens, you know
Slightly.
there is no trigger here. Okay? The investigation check sussed out. There was no sign of any trigger here. The trigger appeared to be somewhere else. For this thing. For this magic.
Yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
buttload of magic right here.
But that might be
Rather
where
not stood on it, though.
that might just be where the trap like explodes, you know.
Yep.
That is exactly how I would have phrased it, yes. That is the trap, not the trigger.
Yeah. Oh, why don't we just disarm the trap? Then it doesn't matter about the trigger.
How are you going to disarm the
If
trap?
only we had a rogue.
It's not a mechanical trap as far as I'm aware. It's
No,
very
it's 4 types of
magical
magic.
everywhere.
Can you dispel magic?
I cannot. And I don't know if we want Elora to drop spell
I
slots
could.
left
The
and
question
right.
is like, is there one source?
Yeah, there was a bunch of different types of magic, which I
4.
don't know what that implies.
Oh, does dispel not take?
Targets a single effect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
So yeah.
Somebody was just drawing lines around it. Is that the plan? Just walk around it?
Oh no! I will head out the front door, and I will summon Vero, and I hope that there's like a bird nearby or something, some kind of critter.
There is a bird right here.
There's a bird
flying
in
around.
here.
Yeah,
Back
but
and
that's like a slave to the lady. We can't trust that thing.
Well,
I
aren't you
need
just...
a neutral bird.
Oh, you want Vero to talk to
You're at
you?
an icy castle.
Yes.
That's
There's
going to
no
be a long
wildlife.
journey. There wasn't even wildlife on the island originally. Where elsewhere were you? Where there was no sign of wildlife. That was something I did tell you last session.
Oh,
Don't
last
talk to
session
this one.
information isn't gonna help. Yeah, but I can't summon Vero in here. He'll trigger everything.
That's likely.
Fine, I will break my own cannon and I will speak to the bird.
You've
It's the
learned
end of the
over-
campaign. I might as well break the cannon.
It's been 15 years, you know, Vero probably taught you the secret.
Yes, I will speak to the bird. Hey,
That's the birds.
It pays you no mind.
Jeez.
yo,
It doesn't respond.
bitch!
It doesn't respond at all.
I will throw a rock at it.
Roll to hit. Just give me your standard.
Can I sharpshooter it?
You want it dead?
I love that, Vero.
I want it
Just
bruised.
give me a standard dex roll to hit. So without your magical bonus.
A bird can't have more than 2 HP.
I imagine we're standing here looking at Luca, and he just randomly starts tweeting a little bit, and then all of a sudden
He
just
just-
starts squawking angrily.
That hits. The bird falls to the floor. Dead.
Dead. Can someone resurrect it?
Oh, Jesus.
And then have it go through the trigger?
Nope. Not in my wheelhouse, anyway.
I mean, I didn't want to actually hit it. I just wanted to, like, get its attention.
You said I throw a rock at it.
Yeah, as in, like, next to it.
You didn't spare.
Then why didn't you say near it?
You said, can I throw a rock at it?
Luca's an animal lover. You really think you wanted to kill it?
You want to retcon what
They
you've
use
just
to
done?
break your
Is
own
that where you're at?
What?
You want to retcon everything you've just done? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
No.
I just want to get his attention.
It's dead.
No, what?
No, I'm not
Okay.
retconning it. It's dead.
That is so tragic. Ooh.
That's fine.
Nothing seems to have changed.
Okay, well, Luca, thanks for handling that bird.
It was a spy. I could feel it.
All right, you know, let's just.
I'll walk across.
Okay.
Across?
I'm so sick of waiting.
You step on this?
Around
You
at
step on
least?
this? Or around
No,
it?
I step around.
Okay.
No, actually, oh my god. Oh no, because there's like triggers at the top of the room in there, so it's not like I can climb.
There's magic at the top of the room. You're
The
not quite sure
ceiling.
what the magic at the top of the room is.
Oh, didn't.
I mean, she knows what type it
well,
is.
I
It's
forgot.
transmutation
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
evocation, but there's also magic on the skulls of this guy and this guy.
Yeah.
What about like on the side of the walls?
No magic there.
Then I'll just climb sideways.
You look ridiculous. You get to what, here maybe?
I'm.
You stop. Everything's fine.
Well, preferably all the way to the door.
You want to walk through the arch?
Yeah.
Yeah, sideways,
Okay.
like a thing from a horror movie.
Bear with me a second. You do so. You do not explode.
I'm like the
good.
Grudge.
Okay, bear with.
The
Look, the
thing that
effects
was in
of
that bath in
the
Strahd.
effects of Hero's Feast will end on you.
That's
Oh
fine.
no.
We kind of
Okay.
knew that this was an anti.
Yep, and your braces will deactivate. Your spell touch focus will deactivate. Your orb will deactivate. Everything magical that you are carrying on you right now is mundane. Every effect that was on you is stopped. You have walked through an anti-magic field.
Yep,
But
that's
if
fine.
you Walk back. Do they turn back on?
Luca assumes so. He is not going to walk back.
Ah.
Especially because that one step on the actual floor will probably kill me if I walk out of the archway. I will attempt to open the door.
Uh-oh.
That
What's that reaction?
You put your hand on the door handle, and
No.
you did.
No,
You just said, "I will attempt to open the door." There is
I
no
never
other
said
way.
how.
Said it.
Never said how I was gonna.
No
open
one
it.
tries to open the door without using the handle. They're not
It
idiots.
was a
You
very-
don't know that. You don't
As-
know that.
As soon as you touch the door, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'd
No
love
magic is affecting
to.
you right now.
Is it a plant? I just want to make sure. That's an 18, ho.
You're petrified. You turn to ice.
I'm having flashbacks. Don't worry. Let's get. Wait a minute.
Didn't remember. Don't touch anything.
Again, I never said I was touching it with my hand, but
You said, "I attempt to
There
open the
you
door."
go.
I mean, that says to me, "I attempt to open the door." You didn't say, "I'm going to take my stick and poke the door."
I did.
You didn't say,
I
"I'm
didn't
going
get a
to."
chance to.
You okay? You. This is D&D.
It's
You
fine,
say
I'm
what
fine
you're
being
doing, okay?
I'm fine being petrified. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I know that's specified.
Okay. Let's like. Not good.
That went well.
You think?
All right. Let's get up there.
What's your plan, Manolo?
Slowly walking around this bit.
Yep. Nothing happens.
I was going to.
I'm assuming you're
Yeah.
stopping before the arch, yeah?
I would.
Okay.
Cool.
As you reach the arch with Detect Magic up, there is Abjuration and Divination on the arch.
Damn.
You would be well aware that the Abjuration is the anti-magic. The Divination is some form of sensing.
Can the abjuration be dispelled so we can do magic through this archway?
Give me an Arcana check, see what you think.
Sure.
Can I do that as well?
Yeah, sure.
I do not. I dispel magic, so 27.
Yeah, this can
Okay.
this is definitely an effect that can be switched on and off, but not by dispel magic spell. With that level of check, you know that it has something to do with the room behind you. So,
Damn it.
this area here.
Oh no.
Shit.
Okay, first of all, does anyone have a way to end petrification?
Yes.
I thought so, Kai. Okay, good. As long as we have the option available. Okay.
Just a recap. There's a dead bird on the floor.
Dead bird.
There is 2 trays of candles that are lit and 2 candelabras that are lit. The flames give off no fire. There is magic at the top that is transmutation and evocation. This magic here is transmutation, evocation, necromancy, and divination.
Goodness.
You think something about the skulls at some point?
Yes, sorry, these 2 here both have... oh, fuck, I looked it up before and I can't remember now. I think it's necromancy. They look like they might fire a spell at you if you stand in the wrong place or do the wrong thing. It will probably hurt.
Yeah. How far is it from right outside this arch where we are to where Luca is?
Luca is standing about 8 or 9 feet away from you. But as you think that, the icy body turns and faces you.
Lucas?
Luca's icy body turns and faces you.
Luca isn't here anymore.
Okay, great.
A little
Come
bit
here,
like that,
please.
yes. It just looks at you.
Okay,
From within the anti-magic field?
Yes.
cool.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
cool. Cool.
Well, I was gonna suggest we lasso him and try to pull him out, but maybe.
The body slowly reaches out. Luca's body slowly reaches out to what appears to be a handle on the wall.
What?
It is moving very slowly. You have time to react. Behind this pillar, sort of in that antechamber room, it's
Okay.
reaching out to a handle on the wall.
Guys, smash him on the floor.
Luca?
With your
Yeah.
27 and 28 Arcana check, guys, something in this room can be turned off or on to, or affected to turn off that anti-magic field. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
There aren't many things you can change the state of in that room.
Should we just start messing with stuff? I'm just trying to put out these fake fires.
Yeah, putting out the fires needs to be
Okay.
the first.
Blowing out all the candles?
Why not?
Sure.
Okay. On the very last candle snuffing out, the anti-magic field will drop.
Yay.
You feel it drop, and Luca's body reaches out towards the handle and begins to twist slowly. It looks difficult for it. Just
Momentary
churning it
stasis.
like this. Is that what type of save is that?
Con save.
It will fail.
Yay!
It stops momentarily. Hand on it. How long does it last?
You have 6 seconds, Kai.
Okay.
That's how long that casting time takes.
Jesus.
It's an action.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're casting Greater Restoration as opposed to Stone to Flesh. Wait,
Yeah.
just-
Yeah. Greater restoration.
Plenty of diamonds. Plenty of diamonds. Hundreds of diamonds, right?
But it's
Women.
diamond dust.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Diamond dust is part of a diamond, yeah. Luca, you are unpetrified and come to. You are holding a handle in your hand. It is warm. Very warm. Not hot, but warm. Like putting your hand on the outside of the oven.
I'll let go.
Good. That's what I was hoping for. I need everybody to make a deck save, please.
I joke.
Wait, Dex?
Deck save. Deck save. As behind you, this circular thing slowly rotates up until it becomes a tall pillar. A single eye shines on it and a blast down the corridor at all of you, directly at the door.
Fantastic.
I rolled a natural 1, so I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Reroll with advantage, please.
Nona's rolling hot today.
Whew.
Jesus.
That's a natural 20. I went both sides of the spectrum.
Oh my goodness. What's with all the d6s? That's just too dang many.
Hey now.
Okay.
God, look at the differences. 9 versus 20.
Cool. If you get below a 22, you will take 97 damage. This 97 damage is necrotic, acid, lightning, cold, fire, and the one I've left out, psychic.
I have resistance to lightning, so how do I go about
Lightning is 18, so you can take 9 off of that.
Mm-hmm.
it? And how much was the total?
96. 96, 97, I can't remember. Which one did I say? 96. We'll call it 96, great. I'm just going to write 96
Okay,
here so I don't forget.
85.
Yes.
Okay.
You
And
succeeded.
then
Galthak, you can roll with advantage. You did see this coming. If you succeeded, you will take
Wait,
half,
hang on.
48.
Where was it? Where was it? From where to where?
This pillar rotated up into the room and with a big eye just shot at you. Pow!
Wait, hang on. Weren't we like not up? Not. Sorry, I'm confused.
I don't have time to rewind stuff. Everybody walked along here, around the edge,
Oh,
apart
I
from
did
you,
specify
maybe.
that I did. Okay.
Okay, cool, but that happened like 12 minutes ago.
No. Jamal's like, what? I thought we were following a guy to a cabin. What
Yeah,
do we
sorry,
do?
that happened like 12
No,
minutes ago.
I wouldn't have advanced into the room.
You would have stood here and let everybody else walk around and go over here?
I would have stayed at the back just because I wouldn't want to trigger anything. But yeah.
Okay, but everybody else walked around. As Galthak, you would stand at the back and let them face the danger? Or you would join in and be with them and be ready to shield and block them? And potentially save one of them who's about to take 96 damage.
Shield against magic? I mean, that's not Galthak's wheelhouse. He doesn't know anything about
I don't know, but usually you go first, not last. I don't know. Yeah, guys, I've got to be really, just straight up strict here. This place is dangerous and full of traps. If you are doing something, or if you are not doing something, I do need you to be specific. If you're trying to open a door, say, I take a stick and I push the door. I would like to wrap my hand in a cloak and shove against it, right? Don't just say to me, I try and open the door, because my response is going to be, roll a save. And Josh, I'm not just criticizing you, right? If two people from the party say, we walk around the outside, say, I'm going to hold back, right? I can't do all the thinking for you guys, right? And it can't be when I say make a save, you guys go, well, I wouldn't be there. Right? Just, you're not going to die. It's 96 damage. You're resistant to some of it and immune to other parts of it. A 16 is a fail. Do you have anything to increase that? It is a... Okay, cool. You are immune to cold damage, is that correct?
Yep.
So you're resistant to fire as well, so you will take 8 less, which is 88, and then you will take 11 off of that, so that is 77.
Absorb elements is a reaction when
Yep.
you take elemental
Yep,
damage.
which take half
Would
damage.
it- For all of it?
Yep,
Like,
it's all elemental.
okay.
Does psychic count as elemental? I don't know.
No.
No. Okay, then. So you can lop the 12 off of that. So it'd be half of 84, which is 42, plus the full 12. So 54. If you succeeded,
Well,
you take
I
half of that.
succeeded.
So you take 27 overall.
Okay.
okay.
Very nice.
And then I succeed. I have resistance to cold and fire, and then immune to psychic because of mind blank.
Okay, so you'll take 84 divided by 2. No, 84. And then you're immune to what? Sorry?
Psychic.
No. Oh, I've already taken that off. And then you're resistant to cold and fire, yeah?
Yeah.
So that is 27, so you can lop another 13 off. So that is 96, 84, 81, 71 halved, so 35 damage.
Okay.
Winona, you just take 0?
I'm taking 0 this time.
You go, you. You do you. And Luca, you've already worked yours out, have you? With the lightning, yes. Okay, cool. This beam, having gone through all of you, shocks the door, and the door slowly withers away, leaving a passageway open. before you is a lobby. An antechamber, so to speak.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
That is really cool
It
art.
is very, very big in here. If you wish to, you may summon Vera in here quite easily. It is huge. Stairways of stone and ice wind in all sorts of directions, and an icy river washes through the center. Its water an almost effervescent blue color. From very far in the distance, you hear what appears to be a sound, almost like a music box, sort of ding, 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 in the background somewhere. Very far in the distance. As you look up, the icy ceiling has art all over it, painted murals of tall, almost too tall creatures with slightly too long limbs, elongated limbs, long faces, some scaling on them. Strange. You stand just here. Upon these stairs. Well, technically you don't. You stand in that direction, looking through an archway at this image, at this bit of stairs. As you look in, a single bird flies from here. Ah, where's my arrow? From here over to here. Sits up on the top of that ledge and looks down at you. If you don't mind, I'm going to use Zephyr for now.
The same type of bird.
No. Oh, the same type of bird as before? Yes, not the same type of bird as Zephyr, so
Yeah.
yes. It's a blue-black type of bird. It does not give off any magic. It pays you no mind. It is not looking directly at you. It is looking over there.
What if I polymorph it into a sheep? I don't know how that would help, but I could do it.
Do it just to spite it. Do it because you can.
You look at it and approximate that if a sheep was to fall from that height onto the floor, which it is likely to do, it will probably take more damage than it has hit points. And it'd be a very short-lived polymorph. Just saying.
Funny.
It would be funny. Bird, sheep, bird.
Well,
Any thoughts? Winona, you still have Detect Magic up, right? Did you? Yeah, because you took 0 damage.
yeah.
Okay. Every single one of these pillars has the same bit of magic in it. It is a strange mix of evocation and necromancy. I say
Okay.
strange because it is as if they are two sort of winding cords of magic that wind all the way up, plaited into each other all the way, spiraling round inside the pillars.
Okay. And is the bird still looking the same direction?
Yep, it looks over here. In fact, you could even say that it is looking down here.
There's a lot of different paths, right?
There are.
Maybe we should go that way. I'm basing this on the bird looking that
A
way,
reminder that the
nothing
previous
else.
bird was looking at the candles.
Yeah,
Oh, it
maybe we
was.
should.
Yeah. Is the magic on these pillars like on the whole thing, or is there a certain spot where?
Each pillar has this magic wound all the way through it, from bottom to top, plaited together, evocation and necromancy. They almost shine light and dark to your eyes as you see them.
So not really any way to walk past them, avoiding it.
No.
Yeah.
The magic does seem dormant. It is not. It does seem active, even. Sorry, it doesn't seem like it's waiting to charge. It seems like it's currently happening.
Oh, cool.
Alright.
In that case, yeah, I think we should go down
Should
the
keep
path.
a watchful eye for triggers on the floor and
Yep.
around.
Of course.
Sure.
Garthak, you were saying?
So I've got a pole of collapsing. What I'll do is I'll just have that extended out to its full length and tap at steps way out
Okay.
in front of me. And
The steps appear
See
solid.
if
They ring out when you tap them, and no effect seems to trigger when you hit them. Will you then step on the first step?
Provided nothing happens if I tap on the first step, yeah, but I'll be cautious and ready to dip back if I need to.
Okay. As you walk between as you walk sort of up here and get really close to that pillar, you hear within the pillar a rushing of water. So constantly. Luca, you can give me a perception check here. You've got pretty sharp ears. Does anybody else have a massively high passive perception?
19.
25.
Yeah, you can give me a perception check. 25 is massively high.
Yeah, mine's only a 19, so...
Yeah, no, massively high in this situation is massive. Luca, what was that?
Yeah.
What was your perception check, Luca? You're muted.
Sorry, 28.
Okay, and Winona, those are different things.
I got 24.
Okay, Luca, you will note that the water seems to be flowing up the pillars. And in fact, if you look at the top of the pillars, you will see ice sort of pouring over the top. Winona, you will note that it is warmer on the steps and down at your height than it is sort of higher up in the air. Perhaps some of this magic is helping keep the water flowing down that river in the middle, as opposed to being ice.
Oh, okay, so these pillars are keeping this river flowing, like, artificially, I guess.
Potentially, and also spewing out ice at the top.
Okay, they got little climate control
Something like
technology
that,
in here. Alright, then I feel a little more confident walking through this room. But yeah, still
Okay.
looking around the steps, especially for triggers.
Okay.
traps.
And you find yourself coming to what appears to be a slightly outdoor area. Upon the wall is a huge icy statue of a man that is too tall, his hands together. His eyes sort of reach out at you. Rushing water is around the area that leads up to it, this water here. As you look over it, you will note that up high on all the areas is this strange blue pale light. Gives off no warmth and is not comforting at all. The creatures surrounding are icy sculptures, or real people turned to ice, you're not sure. Many of them appear to be beasts, or part beasts, or mythical creatures of sorts.
Does the light reach all the way down to the floor? Or are there shadows that we can move through?
There are shadows you can move through, though you cannot make a passage completely in shadow. The light will touch you during this walk.
That light's not always our friend. This might pertain to that, but
Oh, we were told that. Okay.
It may have also been the light that was coming from the candles before. It may be lighted as you see in future.
Does, okay, hang on a second. Yeah. Where is the light coming from again? From this little...
From high up, various different windows and different points shine down these
it's not
lights.
just one
No, it's
source.
multiple places.
Well... Okay.
I will tell you that unless you can cast, like, darkness, you literally can't shut this light out or get through it in any way
Can
other than
cast
walking through it.
darkness.
But if you can
Joke's
cast
on
darkness,
I
you can walk
cast
through it.
Umbrella.
But I don't think I can cast enough darkness to really give us much walking space.
Yeah, just a reminder, these vaunted hallways, like 120 feet. You've got like a good 300 or 400 feet down the passageway, down that way, which is where you're walking.
Oh,
so-
well,
if
I
you-
can cast darkness onto an object that
Yeah.
we can carry, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And Kai will hold our hands and lead us through.
Yeah.
20 feet radius cube, is that correct? Or radius
hang on,
circle or something?
Put it here.
For you.
It's a sphere, yeah, but what's the radius? That's what I need to know.
15.
15 feet.
Okay, that is a real tight, cramped space. Is Vero going for a nap again?
That's why we're holding hands.
I'll put him away.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of you group closely together. Kai, you leading the way?
maybe put it on like Galthak's shield or something so he can.
Kai, I need a perception
hold
check.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
I will guidance myself.
I love that.
So, plus a d4.
Nice.
21.
Yeah, as you are walking in darkness, it becomes very difficult to see the pinpoint pricks of light that were shining through tiny little gaps in the ground. But your keen eyes spot them out and avoid them. Little tiny holes with pinpricks of light that were shining through. You do not step on them, but you do note them. You have 4 people holding your hand behind you that cannot see these pinpricks of light on the floor. It's going to be very difficult to give them vocal guidance. Just for a sort of image, if you imagine a chessboard and every white square is a pinprick of light. The squares are about a foot wide. Yeah, yeah. One could step between them easily, if they could see them. It is only the darkness that is...
Oh, we could all climb on Galthak's back. And he
Stop
can easily
reading my
step
mind.
over.
Stop reading my mind. I was just thinking, how many people can Galthak carry? And Kai just needs to guide Galthak.
Exactly. And he can easily bridge that gap.
Just hold the broom!
Well,
I'm sorry for bringing this idea into existence. It seems to have been more of a hindrance than a help.
No, this is awesome.
I will tell you, Allura, that without the darkness in the first place, you wouldn't have seen the pinpricks of light from the bottom, because the light at the top was shining down and you couldn't see the contrast.
Well, you guys are welcome.
Yeah.
Do I know, like, the path now? Like,
Yes.
through?
Yes.
Okay.
And in fact, you could even mark it with something if you wanted.
Okay. Could I
Maybe you brought a
use,
felt
like...
tip or something.
Could I also use, like, my telepathy to, like, share the images of the path?
Oh, that's sick. Yes, 100%.
That's fun.
That is cool. Yeah. Yeah, in doing so, you grant people a path through the lights, but the path keeps going and going until you find yourself in a hallway like this, with gaps through the ground. Either side, statues look around you as a huge light shines the whole length of the hallway. If you imagine this is the path, you've reached it via a different way, but the puzzle pieces basically is what you can step on, and the gaps in the ground the light shines through. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I thought you were going to do something very different to make this actually be what you all see, but instead you've shared this telepathic mind of this path that you can walk through this winding area. Winona, is darkness a concentration spell?
Great question. Yep, 10 minutes.
Okay. Dispel magic is down.
Or detect magic.
Detect magic, yeah.
I will
Would
put up
Karina have
detect
put it up?
magic.
Yes, I assumed that would be the case. Okay. As you guys meander down this pathway, you will note that each one of these statues has 2 forms of magic on them. Divination, which seems to emanate from their whole body, and evocation, which seems to emanate purely from their eyes.
Make a nice little hooded helmet.
So what is it exactly that's emanating from their eyes again? Is it light?
Evocation magic.
Evocation.
To Karina's eyes, which is who's got detect magic on.
Karina's, yeah.
But we're still in darkness, being led down this hallway, right?
Oh, you kept the darkness up?
Well, I thought we were still in the...
Sorry,
Right,
I thought Kai let the darkness disappear and then guided you through, knowing that. No, because what was... Oh. You want to share the telepathic image of the ground so that they can imagine they're walking on the same path as you.
Yeah.
Okay, none of you see this. It's a lovely room, but none of you see it. You're all in darkness. Kai shows you a little snapshot of it. The rest of you don't see it at all. Well, ho ho. You get to the end. Yeah, I hadn't considered that being a thing. When you reach the end, you instead see something different. This hallway is much darker. And you see different pieces of the ground moving as if alive, switching together. These pieces interlock and then switch apart, and then interlock and then switch apart. They've got hundreds of different symbols all over them, and thrusting through various parts of them are icy shards. Strange, almost formless, smoky statues are at either side of the room. Karina, there is so much magic in here that it is, suffice to say, the room's magical. Right. Present is transmutation, evocation, abjuration, necromancy, and enchantment. The hallway's about 200 feet long.
Oh no.
You said there was writing on the
Runes. There's
floor
different
tiles?
runes on each one of the floor tiles. Give me a history check with advantage.
19.
Do you remember Katrikan telling you about that little stone game in the mountains?
Huh?
When you saw the rune on the black pillar, she mentioned that the tower was like a stone piece from their stones game in the mountains. You can guess that almost all of these different symbols on all the different pieces seem to represent different things. There's one of a wheel, there's one of a fish, there's one of a farm, there's one of a leaf, there's one of a tree, there's one of a flower, there's one of a man, there's one of a beast, there's one of a bird. Little symbols, one and all. The floor is moving as these pieces writhe and interlock at different angles, continuously. The icy shards do not move.
So the floor.
They are no more than 2 inches. The shards stay in place, but they are no more than 2 inches width at the tip, and they're ice.
Okay.
These things crop up at random places then, or?
The tiles are just constantly
No,
moving on. Oh, the shards? Yeah, I mean, they seem somewhat uniform in pattern. But it's not like, you know, it's just constantly all the way through. There's always 2 within sort of footsteps reach, if you like.
Right, but there's
Even
like
for
a
winner.
really obvious pattern of sorts. It's just like
Give me an intelligence check. Investigation
Yeah,
check, in
so-
fact. Investigation check.
I was gonna ask as well if there was like a pattern to the runes, if they repeated anywhere.
Give me an arcana check.
no.
Ooh.
24.
They spell out a glyph of warding.
Oh my god.
Ew.
If one was to shine a light from every single one, or draw a line, if you preferred, from every single icy shard, you will quickly note that there is a glyph of warding, then another glyph of warding, then another glyph of warding, then another glyph of warding.
Oh boy. Are the glyphs moving?
No, the whole stone is moving. The glyphs stay the same.
Okay. So is there a path through that avoids the glyphs?
Every stone has a different glyph on it.
Wow. That's a lot. Is this room big enough for Vero?
Yes, more than. The ceiling is almost
there-
300 foot in height. The path
Okay,
is 150, 200 feet in length. It's
Is
very
the
wide.
door on the other side open?
You can see no door. You can only see a shaft of light and an archway 150 to 200 feet away.
Okay. Because I could cloud us.
Ooh, I love that.
How familiar would I be with Glyph of Warding?
Very.
I don't think
You
I
can
have
have the
spell.
full. You can have. You would know of it. You can have the full spell description. Therewith, I will ping the full spell description for anybody who's not familiar with Glyph of Warding. We just have to rely on D&D Beyond to load. The more tabs I open, the more upset it gets with me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So I do know that a glyph could be activated by something moving over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that flying is gonna be.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it could trigger by almost anything, but you would know that usually it only triggers an effect that is 20 or 30 foot up.
Okay, so we could just fly higher.
If I just staying on this end and just on the broom go straight up, do I still detect magical effects higher up?
When you get higher up, you will see on either side of the ceiling, sort of like height, but on the wall either way, faces much like these statues, staring across the pathway. Each one of them has those same evocation-y eyes. But that's the only magic you detect up here. The statues down here don't appear to have any specific magic tied to them. It should be mentioned that at no point do two statues line up perfectly. They're always slightly off, slightly asymmetric. It's really annoying.
Jeez. No craftsmanship. Well, what do you think? Should we fly over, like, where Karina's height?
I will have gone back down.
Okay.
There's definitely preventions in place for those who are flying above, I believe. I don't know which is better.
They do seem fixed in place, Corinne, I'll tell you that.
Is there any space behind the statues?
Behind these statues? Yes. Behind
Yep.
the heads on the wall? No. But the
No,
the
but
floor
behind
of
them.
moving pieces does cover the whole floor. The icy glyphs, however, only the center of the room.
And
You would
there is
have to,
space
at each
behind-
wall, you'd have to come in and go back around, but yes. So, from here to here, there's space behind the statues. But when you get to this wall here, you'd have to come forward,
You have to,
go through, and then go back. Yeah.
because we could do that. We could cloud up and then just weave in and out of them.
Around the sides.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Is that what you want to do?
Is everyone in agreement?
Cloud up and fly at what sort of height? The entire room is 150 feet in height. These statues reach up about 50 feet.
Maybe
The
like
skulls on the wall are about 120, 130 feet high.
maybe like just above the heads of the statues.
Okay.
Yeah, and the space between them and the faces.
Everybody in agreement?
Sure. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, you cloud up. As soon as you get into the room proper, every single statue turns to face the front of the room, and beams of light are fired at rapid paces.
Good lord.
Below you all. Across the ceiling, evocation lines crackle. You know that if you were flying in human form, there was no space, and you would have been hit. But as you're flying as clouds, it's no problem. You oodle down the hallway and find yourself in a narrow, winding path. At the end of this path, you'll see cells all along the way. Where's this music? I need to stop it. In many of the cells, as you look in, you see nothing but corpses. In some of them, the corpses are covered in ice, and in some of them, there are not. You see the marks on the ground of blood and of human waste. About a third of the way along the path, you see a young girl, perhaps 14 or 15, with her hand upon the bars. And she looks at you as you come close, and she snarls, almost like a cat. Behind her are 3 corpses on the ground. Looking past her, you'll see they each have bite marks on them. In a cell a little further down, you see 2 men who are clearly Arvenian, and are clearly wearing what used to be Valaris guards' armor. They appear locked in a rictus of combat. As they're frozen in place trying to kill each other. A little further on, you will see the cell that you remember being Thick's cell. 2 dead men upon the ground. Tiny pink sugar mouse upon the icy bed. And on that lovely depressing image, that's where we're going to end today.
Oh my goodness.
We are officially in the Pale Woman's lair. We will come to the timeless tradition of MVPs, and I shall start where I finished, which I believe is with Michaela.
Yeah. I liked the dungeon puzzle crawl. That was fun. But my MVP is going to just Windwalk the spell. Is that what it is?
It is very
It's
cool.
been like so invaluable since Luca got it, and yeah, it has been very clutch.
Mm-hmm.
And also all the confusion of what a sugar mouse is.
Yep, I'll give you that. Jamal?
I'm gonna have to go with a fantastic bit of timing. You hear, ah!
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Everybody's in there playing Batman, so that's what he's screaming about.
The
Good
timing
lad.
on that though.
Yeah, it was very well timed. Jay?
Pretty much all the interactions with Thick.
I'm glad that you said that. I wasn't sure. So obviously in the book, it's quite clearly painted that he has Down syndrome. And Prokop is obviously a black man, right? Who has a strange accent. And I'm sitting there going, great, I have to portray a black man with a strange accent and a guy with Down syndrome. How am I going to do this without being insensitive, without getting it wrong? I can't do an accent. The only accent I can do that comes to mind is going to sound like the guy who says, "Do you even know the way?" So I was like, I can't have that going on, right? I was like, how can I be respectful and still portray the book as it is? So I'm really glad you said that, because I said to Josh, like, I haven't done me, of course, any offense, have I? Good. Because to me, he's such a sensitive character in the book that's so worth remembering and interacting with, that I put him in even when he's technically not quite. Like, he should have been more threaded in than he is, but because you guys aren't one character, it wouldn't have made sense. So thank you, I'm really glad about that. Alora?
Yeah, might have already been taken. The well-timed scream that was the mother's music, and also the terror of this dungeon crawl. The immediate petrification.
Yeah.
And then just the massive lightning strike on the stairs that would have instantly killed all of us.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it would instantly killed you, but each beam is a 12d6 of lightning damage, and there were 8. So it could have been quite bad. Yeah, it could have been quite bad. But yeah. Josh?
Yeah, I really liked the interactions with Vic too. And I think playing Curse of Strahd has now made me very thirsty for companion blood, because I'm really, part of me is really hoping someone dies.
Wow! Wow!
I'm like kind of itching for it. It would make the ending of a story so
would be
climactic
very
if someone
touching,
dies. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
We didn't actually get as far as I thought we would. There may be 2 episodes left, not 1. Or an extended episode. I don't know. We're not quite as far along as I thought we might be. There was some hesitation. I loved Josh saying, "Are we in the 100 Acre Woods?" And the reference to heffalumps and woozles. Love that. The sheer confusion about the jar of honey. Is the black hand holding the honey? No. Well, maybe, but no. And I was really glad that obviously you called back to it being the Golden Man, but instead it was Prokop, the Black Man. There's so much going on in the story here that obviously you guys are completely immune to, because you're level 18 D&D characters as opposed to, the human in the book. So it's really interesting trying to refabricate things to affect you guys like they would affect them. But I'm really just enjoying the creativity of the group. And also the sort of willingness to just give it a go. I step on the stairs. I open the door. You know, some of these are dangerous, and some of them are sort of like, well, eventually you've got to do something, right? So yeah, it was really cool. And the momentary stasis to then de-petrify Luca was really, really cool. I really enjoyed that moment. But I think I'm sticking with her for lumps and woozles. Anyway, that is where we're going to end. One thing, Josh. When the anti-magic was dispelled, all your items will come back. You just won't have the effect of Hero's Feast. I don't know if I said that, but I just had to clarify that because you used the magic effect of your sword, and I was like, well, it's a good job I didn't mean it to be the other way around. But yes, no, that is indeed how it works. It's just the Hero's Feast that won't affect you. The HP stays with you. It's just the wisdom effects that don't.
Oh, okay.
It was 7.
7.
Yeah, cool. All right, but if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Bye.
We shall see you at some point in the distant future.
Did we level up?